I get a lot of the yerba I've done reviews on from Pampa Direct, and I'm sharing some exciting news about Pampa Direct's online store. They're giving away $1,000 in prizes. With purchases of $50 or more, you can enter to win one of 10 $100 gift cards by using the code BIGWIN at checkout. Make sure to check the terms and conditions on their website. All purchases throughout the month of March that use the coupon automatically enter the giveaway. More purchases, the more chances to win. U.S. customers also get free shipping with purchases of $50 or more. You'll be able to find brands that you won't find anywhere else. Plus, you get to try some Argentine delicacies that you can't get around here, like dulce de leche, alfajores, chocolinas. I love the selection that they have. They always include something a little extra, like some extra little candies or something with the purchases. It comes really fast through FedEx, arrives right at your door in a matter of days. You really can't beat it as far as international shipping. I've seen it all over the world. Literally, people posting about their packages arriving in New Zealand, South Africa, all over Europe. So if you want to enter for a chance to win some money and get some good yerba, go to pampadirect.com. I'll put the link in the show notes. Thanks.
Welcome to the Yerba Power Podcast, where we share the power of yerba mate with the world. Introducing your host, Devin.
Have you ever thought about combining different herbs in your mate? Or for example, you like chai tea, but you also like yerba mate, so you want to combine chai yerba mate? Well, I have a company just for you called Heretic Yerba Mate. Fun story is I actually learned about this company scrolling around on Instagram and saw a giveaway. And I entered it, just what the heck, why not? And won the giveaway and shipped me a epic box that is like made, handcrafted out of recycled wood, and they stamp it and seal it with like box number 6 out of 20 that they made for the year with this like burned on etched gram logo. Super cool. And it came with some local honey and a bunch of different samples and blends that they have. And so that's what I'm going to do my yerba review on, of their different ones that I received, which was a mint and guayusa blend, a regular guayusa blend, a chai blend, which I mentioned about yerba mate chai, and a traditional blend. And I'll get into what the packaging looks like and the different thoughts on my flavors. First, let me talk about the way that I decided to approach this. So I could have done it one of two ways. One, I could have started with the traditional blend and then ventured off into the other blends, but I decided to do it in reverse. In other words, try the different blends and see what that tasted like, and then narrow that down to the traditional. So basically strip away afterwards the different flavors. So when I want to try something, I usually try to taste it in a stainless steel or a glass gourd, or basically a non-traditional gourd. They sent me a stainless steel gourd with bombilla and everything in part of the kit, so I actually tried it in that stainless steel gourd that they sent me, or stainless steel mate, which I have all the pictures on Instagram that you can see and check out. And let's talk about the packaging here. So it is a kind of a plastic baggie that you can rip open at the top. And the different blends have different information on it, but it's all the same front part where it's Heretic Yerba, and it has like the skull bones hand holding a mate gourd with some fire flames coming behind it. I heard this from the mate guys that they talked about. It looks like something your uncle that's in a motorcycle gang would get on a tattoo. And I like how they have the slogan here that question your caffeine. Now, I'm sure that's probably where the heretic names comes from. It's part of the heresy of, different ways of having caffeine that's not coffee, especially since this producer and distributor comes from Washington State, which not to confuse Washington, D.C., capital of the U.S., but Washington State, where Seattle, so over in the top left where the Pacific side of the U.S. is And why I say that is because Seattle and Washington is known for its coffee, Starbucks, if you ever heard of that. And so I guess that's another thing with it being questionable, the caffeine of like, hey, you're not drinking coffee? No, actually, your mate is even better. And the cool thing about it on the back is it even says why, what is yerba mate? It's a South American native plant from the holly family. It contains caffeine, mood affecting, lifting of theobromine, caffeine boost comparable to coffee, but without the jitters or acidity, and antioxidant levels that exceed those of green tea. And they have some directions here about preparing it in a French press or making a mate latte, and a QR code that you can scan for different offers, products, brewing instructions, which is a nice touch to be able to just go to that real quick and look up those directions. Generic nutrition facts, and then this is a blend from Argentina, Brazil, and Ecuador. And I assume the Ecuador part is for the Guayusa, which is, I had to do a little bit of research on this because I didn't even know what that was. But Guayusa is also from the holly tree family. So the same branch, I guess, the same holly tree family as yerba mate. However, a different area, the Amazon rainforest, also has caffeine, also has different health benefits, including antioxidants, anti-inflammatory properties, and it's the same kind of thing with increasingly popular nowadays. People looking into it with science and trying to understand some of the side effects and things. But it's found throughout the Amazon rainforest. It's widely cultivated in Ecuador. The leaves are picked, dried, and then brewed to make herbal tea. So in the same way that we would do with yerba mate, sold as a powder or extract, and significant concentrations of caffeine and a rich source of antioxidants, beneficial plant compounds. They also, it says, may improve mood and concentration, impressive punch of caffeine as a stimulant, as well as the alkaloids of theobromine, the same with yerba mate, chocolate, and cacao powder. And it says one study in 20 healthy adults found that a mixture of caffeine, theobromine may improve short-term brain function, which I saw some that I want to dig into as well about yerba mate linked to the offsetting, delaying Alzheimer's. May stabilize your blood sugar, may aid in weight loss. So a lot of other cool facts about Guayusa. Now back to the tasting of it. So overall, I gave it a strength of 4 out of 5 gourds, but a bitterness of 2. Strength meaning it has a strong flavor to it, but not very bitter. And here's why. So I started with the mint and Guayusa, right? So I personally love mint. Now, whether you like mint or not, you'll have to filter, I guess, my review. And why I'm saying that is because I love mint, and this is a Arctic blast of fresh mint. And if you like mint like me, you'll love this. If you're not a big fan of mint, this is very heavy on the mint. It's like you, I don't know, just brushed your teeth, or it's like a chewing gum. It's that like this minty fresh, and you can barely taste the yerba. It's so powerful, but I love it. And it's a full body yerba, so it like you can feel it like a thick taste, so it's not just a light watered down. It's a very dark green look to the yerba, and it doesn't have like really any sticks or stems in the yerba that I saw. Maybe like some very little minute, but it's a medium cut, and that was the same for all of it as far as the different blends. And so that was talking about the fresh mint, the mint and Guayusa blend. So now let's try the Guayusa blend. So taking out the mint and see how that was different. And I used my yerba mate power gourd also for this one. It's a ceramic gourd that I got gifted to me from El Matero Gringo, Gringo Matero. Shout out to my man Joe out there in Cali. Hope you're doing well. And so, and thanks again, shout out for the gourd handmade ceramic. It's a lovely picture you'll see on Instagram. I tried to isolate the guayusa, and that's why I went the step down from here. And it smells like mate, and it tastes the same, but with a hint of like an earthy black tea. It still has a medium cut without any sticks. I gave it a 1.7 on strength because it wasn't very strong. It didn't. Couldn't really tell a difference other than no mint, and a 2.5 in bitterness. So it was a little bit more mint. Or, I mean, sorry, a little bit more bitter because it didn't have the mint right, but not much in the strength of the. I guess also comparing to how strong the mint was, I gave it a little bit lower on the strength. But I guess what I want to say there is didn't really tell a difference between that and yerba mate, like to isolate the guayusa, other than a little bit of a earthy black tea taste to it. Now here's something I was excited about, and my wife really loved too, is the chai blend. Because if you've not had chai tea, it's very popular in India and in different parts of Asia. And chai in itself, in the language, in Hindu is just tea. So it's just a word for tea. We say in the U.S. or I guess Western chai tea, but really chai means tea. So just fun fact, chai blend is the traditional blend is like cloves and ginger, cardamom, pepper. So they make a blend of that for the tea, but it's still just regular black tea when they make that blend. So what the Heretic did here, though, is they use actual cloves, actual dried ginger pieces, actual cardamom pieces. You can see the big chunks of it in the blend. And what I loved about this is that it's real and not just like a flavored tea or, um, like a just, season, like it's just hints of it or something. It's real pieces of it. And my real tea drinkers will love this. Those that drink loose leaf tea and not just the tea bags would understand. And I added the orange blossom, which was the honey, the local honey that was gifted to me. It's pronounced Shean Acres is the name of the brand. So check them out. I'll try to tag them as well. And what I did is I warmed up some milk, stirred in some of that honey, and chef's kiss. I poured that with the chai blend, so drank it with the warm honey milk, delicious. That would be my recommendation there. Or you can just brew it in a coffee maker or in a French press to just have tea and then do that same process as far as milk and honey, or just even by itself. When I drink it just in a gourd, just regular without the milk and honey, it still's like chai tea, but with the benefits of yerba mate. My wife says that she drinks regular mate this way with milk and honey in the winter or on rainy days. Was often, mate cocido, where you boil the yerba and then add milk and honey to it, just drinking it like tea. So the cocido part there is you're basically boiling the yerba. And usually what we do in, I guess, the Western us Americans is that we have those bags that you'll usually see. The tea bags is what we think of mate cocido, but really it's that kind of boiling the yerba. So what I would do here is either if you want to drink it traditional, great, that's just as fine, or boiling it as a tea and then adding some milk and honey if you want, and just delicious. Highly recommend if you're a tea drinker. Now, on to the traditional. This one didn't have any sticks, medium cut like the rest of them, and it's light all around, small taste and bitterness strength. Sorry, like you don't really smell it strong like the yerba smell. I guess the earthy grain or woody smell. The taste and bitterness and strength was all kind of more or less neutral, meaning that it wasn't overpowering. So I would say it took about third pour. It warmed up some more and got some more flavor to it. However, as far as the punch, maybe say. It was lacking on that, but the good thing there is that it's more user-friendly. What I mean is that it wouldn't really scare off beginners, and I think that's also a good thing that they're trying to target is other tea drinkers, people that could kind of blend their way into yerba mate and wanna have the benefits of yerba mate and the health benefits and the mental clarity and stuff. So, if you drink this with a French press or with in a coffee maker or however you wanna produce it, you still get the benefits, and I like that it's natural, that, non-smoked and organic, all those great benefits, and if you wanna drink it the traditional way, I highly recommend the, mint and guayusa just because I love mint, that would be my thing, and the chai blend, I think were the 2, ones that really knocked it out of the park here on those 2. So that's my recommendations for Heretic, Yerba Mate. Thanks again, guys, for sending me the samples and letting me just enjoy this kit. Check out the pictures. They got some new stickers they released. If you're in the Washington area, I'm sure they would love for you to visit them at one of their farmers markets. I know I've seen that they post and go around to those things and even make little leather holders for your gourds and even offer sometimes yerba if you just bring your own gourd. So it seems like a really cool guy that I would love to have on the podcast. In fact, I've talked to him about that. We're just trying to schedule a date and time. And so hopefully you'll hear more about his company and what he has to offer. Uh, but again, thank you for allowing me this opportunity, this space. Hope you guys like this review, and if you get a chance to check them out, try this yerba. Those are my 2 recommendations. And until later, I'll go deeper into yerba mate blends because I got another exciting company as well, and some other stuff that my wife and I recorded to dig into different options for you for blends. So make sure you're either subscribed or following along Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. It doesn't matter as long as you're subscribed and following along so you don't miss out on the upcoming episodes. And it helps for me to know who I'm reaching in my audience to help produce the kind of content that you guys want to listen to. Thanks. Until next time, be well.